Welcome. Welcome to another edition of You're Hired. You see, you caught me. You caught me contemplating a sea of white. What do I mean by a sea of white? Well, today's topic is the resume. The resume is, in my opinion, one of the wasted opportunities of 2011. No, strike that. It's the biggest wasted opportunity of the last 20 years. Why 20 years? Because I can remember 20 years ago sitting in a class learning to use one of these. Yep, that is a typewriter. I was sitting in class and the professor was teaching me to use all of my fingers at once to go ahead and convey a message. It was the same vanilla format that it is today. And it's sure to land you in a sea of blah, 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 because it conveys nothing but that. So my question to you is, if you had an opportunity to go ahead and convey who you really were, the amazing person that you are, why would you stick to the same vanilla format for the resume? Why not snap your fingers and add a little color to the mix? What do I mean by adding color to the mix? Well, in today's day and age, with a lot of competition, we need to go ahead and mix things up a little bit. We need to use all of our resources out there, and we need to do whatever we can to go ahead and separate ourselves from the competition. So how do we do that? Well, it's all sitting there waiting for you to use. Think about it. LinkedIn, Facebook, the multiple job posting sites. What I'm talking about is creating what I like to call a virtual presence. You want to see my virtual presence? Go to motivation.com. It's like motivation, but I just added one little T to make it special. Life is all about making things special. When you actually take the little things, make them bigger, then the really big things become huge. And that's how you separate yourself from the rest of the pack. So let's talk about that virtual presence, and let's talk about the resume a little bit. The virtual presence is out there. You've established the virtual presence, but then the resume has to come in. We have to go ahead and change our thought process when it comes to the resume. So after all, what is a resume? A resume really is just a billboard. If you think about a billboard, billboards are filled with colorful images, very small words, just enough to go ahead and catch somebody's attention. Because you have to know the audience. The audience is flying by the billboard at 75 miles an hour. It's the same thing with a resume. These people are inundated with stacks and stacks of resumes. So what do you need to do? You need to turn that resume into an instrument that's going to wow, woo, and kapow 'em. What do I mean by wow, woo, and kapow 'em? Well, you have to wow them with your expertise. You need to woo them into wanting more, and then you need to kapow them into calling you up. And if you do that, if you take that white resume that we were talking about, throw it out the door, establish that virtual presence, you're going to be online to getting a job in no time.